much. Nice that you asked me. Thank you. So I'm going to say maybe a couple of words in my national capacity first, because we have a big piece of business, as you know, to do on Afghanistan. And I just wanted to be clear about what we understand we're doing this morning. You know, the Secretary General said at the beginning the UN will stay and deliver for the interests of the 17 million people who need humanitarian assistance in Afghanistan. And that's what we're facilitating with this resolution this morning. I have to say, from an Irish point of view, we see that as a first step. The really hard questions, the tough judgments, and the hard work lie ahead. And I've always said, so I will say it again, as we do this important thing today to facilitate the delivery of humanitarian assistance to those who need it in Afghanistan, that we will judge the Taliban by what they do, not by what they say. And so in the months ahead, as we prepare, as you know, today the decision will give us 6 months to establish how the UN can best engage on the ground, but also what we're dealing with by way of a government on the other side. And if the inclusive government that we want to see in Afghanistan is not in a position to illustrate and clearly show to us that there will be respect for human rights, particularly the fundamental rights of women and girls, that they will facilitate unfettered humanitarian access, and that international law will be respected, we will have to draw our conclusions. So in our view, today is a first step. We are working very closely with all members of the Council. It's a good day that we enable the Secretary-General and all the UN team on the ground to continue their important humanitarian work.
Madam Ambassador, do you expect the Security Council itself to undertake any kind of an investigation or an assessment of the situation in Afghanistan over the 6 months that are coming, so that it can make an informed decision?
Well, I think you can take it, as I'm speaking for Ireland here, that we will be working every day in the 6 months to make sure that any decision we take at the end of this time will be based on fact and based on informed knowledge of what's happening on the ground. I know, talking to other Council members, all of the work at the Council in the next 6 months will look forward. We're buying time with this resolution. We certainly didn't want to see an interruption of the UN operation on the ground. The Secretary-General and his team are looking very seriously, obviously, at the situation they're working in on the ground. So all of that will come together, but I can guarantee you Ireland will certainly not turn away from this issue. We will keep ourselves very focused for the months ahead. And today we're also, just then with my presidency hat, to say to you, we'll of course adopt a resolution on UNITAD and have closed consultations on Somalia, just to underline our concerns. Somalia is an important focus of the Council. The Council has followed, an unfolding situation on the ground. Ireland, previously with my national hat on again, we've asked the President and the Prime Minister to put differences aside, to put the interests of the Somali people first. Now we need to see that. We're on the road to elections, we hope. We want to see that pathway to a democratic future for the Somalian people delivered on. We know there are regional tensions, there are pressures domestically. We really hope that today's discussion will encourage both the Prime Minister and the President to assume their responsibilities. Thanks.
Thank you very much. I'll see you later.